Alright, YouTube. I got another putting video that I want to shoot. This area of my house might look familiar. That's where I've shot the past couple of my other videos with the ugly throw pillows. Shout out to Bro D on discgolfcoursereview.com. He hates my throw pillows, so that's kind of cool. I wanted to share another two things, or actually just the one thing that I do on days like today where it's cold outside and I have a disc golf itch that I just have to scratch, but don't feel like going outside and getting cold. Let me first explain this here. I have the pillows here for more than just to look ugly, but I usually set one up to be my target pillow, and that middle one right there, that beige colored one, for my purpose today is my target pillow. I'm going to go ahead and set this on the floor. Today, I want to talk about something that is a useful technique to use on the course, but is also very useful in practice, and it's putting from one knee. And I don't know a lot of people that do this very often on the course. Also check out my awesome dress socks that I'm wearing. As a side note, I don't know very many people that do this on the course often. The couple times that I've done it, it was because of wind or because the basket was below my feet, like the post where the basket meets the collar in the ground was below my feet, and I just wanted to kind of get a little bit lower so I didn't, I had less of a risk of going well beyond the basket down the hill. But there was one round in a tournament that I played this past fall where it was very windy, and I probably putt on 5 or 6 holes from one knee and made putts from all over the circle. So it is a useful thing practically in a situation where you're on the course, but I think it has a more practical application in practice, because what this does, if you practice putting from one knee, it allows you to focus on training the large muscles of your throwing arm. And I've talked about this in a couple of my other videos. You want to groove this motion so that you do it the same way every time. And I talked about the outward pop and upward pop. And this is a way to isolate only the things that you want to work on and really focus in on working on this pop. I do it like this because I like this kind of negative space right here under my leg to kind of swing the disc. I see a lot of people doing something like this where their shoulders are a little more squared up to their target. I kind of lean my target shoulder towards my target a little bit more, and that's when I putt no matter what. If I'm straddle putting, if I'm doing the kind of one foot in front of the other rock putt, which is what I do more often than not. For this purpose of this drill, I definitely kind of turn my one shoulder towards the target a little bit more. And then I just putt probably about 20 or 30 times with two similar discs. I have a Discraft Soft APX right now and an Innova Star AVR. Both are beadless. They have this kind of slanted part of the wing underneath the dome. So I'll either use 2 of these, or I'll use 2 Wizards, or a Wizard and an Ion or something, both that have beads. Just keep a similar feel in your hand when you're putting for practice. You don't want to be one beadless putter and one beaded putter. But then you just putt. And you just let the action take over, and you throw to your target. You could use a pillow. If you have a basket, you can use a basket. But you just putt. And you isolate the large muscle that you're using, and it keeps this motion grooved in your muscle memory throughout this time, especially in the winter, but any time really that you feel like you want to practice. It keeps that muscle memory grooved into your body's motion. So just have that little tidbit. It's not as lengthy as it usually is when I make a video, not as involved, but it's still a good practice technique. So hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.